The Apple Empire, inside the billionaire lives of tech's most powerful leaders. What if I told you that one woman owns more Apple wealth than the current CEO of the company? What if I told you the man running the world's most valuable company earns $74 million a year, but still buys his underwear on sale? And what if I told you that together, these two people control over $14 billion in wealth from the company that changed the world forever? Meet the true owners of Apple: Tim Cook, the modest CEO who transformed Apple into a $3 trillion empire, and Lauren Powell Jobs, Steve Jobs' widow who inherited a fortune and is now giving it all away. But here's the shocking part: their lifestyles couldn't be more different from other tech billionaires. Before we uncover the truth behind Apple's most powerful figures and how they live completely different luxury lifestyles, here's a quick request. If this story interests you, please hit that like button and subscribe. Seriously, it takes just 1 second, but it helps us tremendously. Did you subscribe? Great. Let's explore the fascinating world of Apple's billion-dollar empire. The quiet billionaire CEO, Tim Cook, isn't your typical billionaire CEO. With a net worth of $2.4 billion in 2025, he's worth less than many other tech leaders, but he runs the most valuable company on earth. Apple's market cap has grown from $350 billion when he took over in 2011 to over $3 trillion today. What makes Cook unique is how he earned his wealth. Unlike founders who own huge stakes in their companies, Cook built his fortune entirely through performance-based compensation. In 2024 alone, he earned $74.6 million, with most coming from stock awards tied to Apple's success. But here's what's fascinating: despite being worth billions, Cook lives like a regular person. He still lives in the same $1.9 million house in Palo Alto that he bought in 2010 before becoming CEO. The 400-square-foot home is modest by Silicon Valley standards and reflects his no-nonsense approach to life. The surprisingly modest lifestyle: here's something that will shock you about one of the world's most powerful CEOs. Tim Cook buys his underwear on sale at department stores. He's been spotted shopping for discounted clothing and everyday items, proving that his small-town Alabama values still guide his spending habits. Cook wakes up at 3:45 a.m. every day, hits the gym, and powers through his day with protein bars and Mountain Dew. He's an avid cyclist and rock climber, but he does these activities privately, often using off-campus fitness centers to maintain his privacy. His car collection is equally modest. While other tech billionaires collect supercars, Cook drives a practical BMW 5 Series. He's been seen with a Tesla Model X, reflecting his commitment to sustainability, and rumors suggest he owns a Porsche Boxster, but he's never been spotted driving flashy vehicles. The most expensive thing about Cook's lifestyle: his security. Apple spends around $300,000 annually on his personal protection, and he's required to use private jets for all travel, but these are company expenses, not personal luxuries. The billionaire widow with a mission. Now let's talk about the woman who actually owns more Apple-related wealth than Tim Cook, Lauren Powell Jobs. With a net worth of $11.9 billion, she's one of the richest women in the world and the true financial powerhouse behind Apple's legacy. When Steve Jobs died in 2011, Lauren inherited his entire fortune, including 38.5 million Apple shares and a 7.3% stake in Disney worth $12.1 billion. But here's what makes her story incredible: she's systematically giving it all away. "I'm not interested in legacy wealth building, and my children know that," she said in a 2020 interview. "If I live long enough, it ends with me." Unlike other billionaire widows who preserve family fortunes, Lauren is on a mission to spend her wealth on changing the world: the luxury real estate empire. While Cook lives modestly, Lauren Powell Jobs has built a stunning real estate portfolio that reflects her massive wealth. In 2024, she made headlines by purchasing a $70 million mansion in San Francisco's Pacific Heights, setting a record for the area. Her properties span the globe, including a $110 million Malibu estate that showcases California's most exclusive oceanfront living. The property features private beaches, infinity pools, and architectural designs that rival celebrity homes. But Lauren's most impressive investment isn't in homes, it's in impact. Through her company Emerson Collective, she's purchased The Atlantic magazine, invested in media companies, and acquired a 20% stake in Monumental Sports and Entertainment, which owns the NBA's Washington Wizards and NHL's Washington Capitals. The business empire beyond Apple. What many people don't realize is that the Apple fortune extends far beyond the iPhone company. Lauren's wealth primarily comes from Disney stock, not Apple. When Steve sold Pixar to Disney in 2006 for $7.4 billion, he received 138 million Disney shares, making him Disney's largest individual shareholder. This Disney stake, worth over $8 billion at Steve's death, became the foundation of the Jobs family fortune. Lauren has been strategically selling these shares over the years, reportedly reducing her Disney holdings by half in 2017 for $7 billion in proceeds. Meanwhile, Tim Cook has diversified his wealth beyond Apple. He serves on Nike's board of directors, earning $3.4 million in stock options. He's also pledged to give away his entire fortune to charity, following the same path as Lauren, but with different motivations. The Giving Pledge Revolution. Here's where both Apple leaders converge. They're both committed to giving away their fortunes. Cook has stated he plans to donate his entire $2.4 billion wealth to philanthropic causes. He's already given millions anonymously and regularly supports his alma mater, Auburn University. Lauren takes this commitment to another level. She founded Emerson Collective in 2004, which operates more like a social impact investment firm than a traditional charity. The organization invests in education reform, immigration policy, environmental conservation, and media companies that align with her values. Her approach is revolutionary, and instead of just writing checks, she's buying companies and using them to drive social change. When she acquired The Atlantic, she wasn't just investing in media, she was investing in quality journalism and democratic discourse. The technology influence machine. Both Cook and Powell Jobs wield influence that extends far beyond their wealth. Cook became the first openly gay CEO of a Fortune 500 company when he came out in 2014, using his platform to advocate for LGBTQ+ rights and social justice. His leadership style is completely different from Steve Jobs' famous intensity. Cook promotes collaboration, environmental responsibility, and user privacy. Under his leadership, Apple committed to carbon neutrality by 2030 and has become a leader in renewable energy. Lauren's influence operates differently but equally powerfully. Through Emerson Collective, she's funding entrepreneurs and organizations working on society's biggest challenges. She's invested in everything from immigration reform to climate technology, using her wealth as a tool for systemic change. The unexpected spiritual journey. In a surprising twist, Lauren Powell Jobs made international headlines in 2025 when she traveled to India for the Maha Kumbh religious festival. She was given the Hindu name Kamala by her spiritual guide and participated in demanding religious rituals, including daily river dips and strict vegetarian diets. This spiritual journey reflects something deeper about how extreme wealth affects people. While Cook maintains his privacy and modest lifestyle, Lauren seems to be searching for meaning beyond material success. Her spiritual awakening in India, following her late husband's own spiritual journey to the same region in the 1970s, shows how the Apple legacy connects to something larger than technology and business. The next generation approach. What makes both Apple leaders unique is their approach to the next generation. Cook has no children but has become a mentor to countless Apple employees and serves on educational boards. He's particularly focused on coding education and getting technology into schools. Lauren's approach with her own children is radical for a billionaire family. She's made it clear that Reed, Aaron, and Eve Jobs won't inherit billions. Instead, they're expected to make their own way in the world. Her daughter Eve has become a successful equestrian and model, while Reed works in cancer research. This rejection of generational wealth transfer represents a new model for how tech fortunes might be managed in the future. The lasting impact. Tim Cook and Lauren Powell Jobs represent two different philosophies of wealth and power. Cook shows that you can run the world's most valuable company while maintaining humble values and giving back. His modest lifestyle proves that not all billionaires need to live extravagantly. Lauren demonstrates how inherited wealth can become a force for social change rather than family legacy. Her systematic approach to giving away her fortune while still living shows a new model of philanthropy. Together, they've ensured that Apple's influence extends far beyond consumer electronics. The company has become a platform for social change, environmental responsibility, and educational advancement. The empire's future. As Apple continues to dominate global markets, both leaders are focused on legacy rather than luxury. Cook has stated he'll never retire in the traditional sense, believing he'll always want to work and contribute. Lauren continues expanding her social impact investments, recently entering movie production and sustainable city development. Their combined influence ensures that Apple's wealth will be used to address society's biggest challenges rather than simply accumulated for its own sake. This represents a fundamental shift in how tech wealth is managed and deployed. The Apple empire proves that extreme wealth doesn't have to mean extreme luxury. Tim Cook's modest lifestyle and Lauren Powell Jobs' giving mission show that billionaires can use their fortunes as tools for positive change rather than just personal indulgence. From Cook's $1.9 million house to Lauren's $70 million mansions, from discounted underwear to spiritual journeys in India, the Apple story is really about how different people handle extraordinary wealth and responsibility. What do you think about their approach to wealth and giving? Should more billionaires follow their example? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories about the world's most influential people. Until next time, keep thinking different.